Hey guys, I'm gonna have to start this episode off with some really bad news. Liam, he passed away this last week. He was involved in a car accident. He was just driving so recklessly, and he did not pay attention at all to what he was doing. And now I'm all on my own doing this podcast, and
The fuck you doing?
nothing.
Stop telling people I'm dead!
It's funny though.
Hello.
And welcome
to Max Level Games.
How are your things, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this, the final installment of the Max Level Games podcast.
Dun, dun.
Dramatic pause. For 2018.
Yes.
Yeah, 2018.
We're back, don't we?
Oh yeah, we're coming back. Don't be daft. I am your host with a little bit of some.
Special needs, maybe.
Maybe. You don't know me. Mr. James Walters. Joined? Question mark? Joined? Maybe.
Usually. Usually at the hip.
Amalgamated by man, myth, and legs end, Mr. Liam Malcolm.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Welcome back to all our cheeky usual listeners.
You fucking cheeky slats.
We missed you too. Any new listeners out there? Well, hello, nurse.
Well.
For the next hour, we're going to sit here with you and discuss games, films, TV, and all the usual stuff.
All that nerdy stuff that we tickle.
That tickles us so thoroughly.
Yes.
But for one night only. We're also going to give you our top, middle, and bottom 5 games.
You said bottom.
I did, didn't I? Of what we played this year. So look forward to that at the end of this episode. Be sure to follow us on SoundCloud if you already haven't, and then check out the YouTube page, as well as facebook.com/MaxLevelGames, where we post pretty regularly on all the things we think you need to know.
Yeah.
And obviously, because, as I say, this is the last episode for this year, it'll be a few weeks without us. I know how on earth are you going to survive?
I know,
Fuck.
right?
You can go on that page and we'll keep it up to date with all kinds of stuff that goes on over the new year and so forth.
We might even post a few pictures that we've got.
Maybe. We probably will, let's be honest. Probably. Yeah. And obviously, the last thing to mention for you, if you haven't noticed, this is an adult show.
Shit!
Really, yeah.
Really?
We say some stuff, we say some things.
We say some stuff and we say some things.
Some stuff and things.
We say some stuff and things.
Like Rick Grimes with the stuff and things.
It was just stuff and things.
Stuff and things that young people should not be hearing.
I mean, we did get that one fun.
Oh yes, well we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that incident. Anyway, so yeah, you've been warned.
Yes, officer.
Yes, officer. You've been warned.
Yes,
Oh,
FBI
God.
guy hidden in the camera.
You died. So okay, yes. Well, hello Liam.
Hello, James.
32nd episode this is.
Damn.
An odd number to end the year on.
I know, right?
Well, we're technically not, it's an even number, but you know. Boom! Hey! You can't even right now. I'm practicing my stand-up, what do you think?
Sit back down.
Oh, no.
Boom!
Man's got jokes. Oh.
1, 3, 5, 7. I can't even.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Anyway.
You love me.
How you been, man?
Do you know what? It's just been so fucking hard, James. I try, but I'm not good enough, James.
Are you trying to tell me that you tried so hard?
But I
in the
got
end-
so far.
But in the end, it didn't even matter.
It just didn't even matter.
I know. I understand entirely.
Every time I think I get one step closer,
And then you're about to break.
and I'm about to break.
But we were on a break.
We were on a break.
Wow, okay. We're getting into the purest of meme territory right now. So, as always, the first thing we discuss on the podcast is what we played this week. So, I've played a bit. Liam, I know you've played one or two things, so do you want to go first?
I played one or two things.
Tings.
I played one or
Stuff
two
and
things. Stuff and things.
Go on, what have you played then?
Do you know what? Just with the whole release of the new Battlefield.
Battlefield
Yeah.
5 or V.
Or V, whatever.
Not Battlefield 2.
It should be Battlefield 2. It makes sense.
No, but there's already a Battlefield 2.
Yeah, but there's also a Battlefield 1.
It's not called 1 though, is it?
It might not be
It's
called,
just called
1.
Battlefield.
Yeah, but but that's the point. You're missing the fucking point, James.
I don't care. Carry on.
Makes no sense. Why can you go 1? You don't go.
Explain that to Xbox.
I don't want to, because that means I have to go and associate with them.
Damn. Anyway.
But yes, so with that coming out soon, and Metro and all the other games, all these new first-person shooters,
Aye.
all the nipple rubbing goodness.
Yeah.
I
first.
Well,
Hope you shaved those first.
no,
Damn it.
no.
You've been what?
Well. I thought, you know what? It's time to dust off the old headset. It's time to dust off the old PS pad. It's time to go back into the first-person world.
Okay.
Liam has been playing every first-person game he could get his hands on.
Well.
Yeah.
Which would include...
Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I know, I'm such a
Oh,
whore.
no.
I know.
Was it free? Did you get a trial? Did you borrow a copy for a friend?
I borrowed a copy.
Okay, good.
I was not wasting my money on that fucking piece of shit.
No. Oh, well, I'm assuming by that comment that you don't actually like it either.
I don't... Okay, let's get things straight. They've tried mixing boots on the ground, which everyone fucking wanted, with modern tech. No.
Yeah.
You can't do it, okay? It doesn't work. Call of Duty is not a futuristic game. It never has been. It never should have been.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it became it.
Mm-hmm.
They tried bringing it back, which when they brought out the better game, which would have been Call of Duty World War 2.
Oh, yeah, World War 2, yeah.
Oh, when you look down the rifle of that Springfield. Oh, ooh, it's like fucking porn. And you hear that when you finish that M1 Grand, that cartridge sling. Ah, amazing.
You fucking history geek.
It is just pornography. So yeah, I've played, of course, Call of Duty World War 2. I've also been playing an old Metro game.
Okay.
Yeah. Metro, man. I mean, there's not much you can really say about first-person shooter games.
No.
Get from point A to point B, kill anything that gets in your way.
Yeah, that's my thing with first-person shooter games. There has to be something unique to it for me to be invested in it. It's like your Borderlands games. That's fun in investing. I enjoyed Bulletstorm as well for all it was worth. You know, with its whole point system thing. Far Cry, because there's also the survival element as well. You know, those are the first-person things I go to.
I think
And Dying Light.
I think you'd enjoy Metro, because that's got a survival instinct to it. It's a lot more Call of Duty style-esque, if that makes sense.
No, I get that.
But it definitely has its survivability that you need to invest in.
If it's one of those kind of games that you think I would actually invest in, then yeah, well, I'd give it a go.
I mean, I will lend you a copy.
You do that, and I'll
Save
give 'em a go.
yourself buying it.
Yeah, because I was going to say I'm definitely not going to buy the new one when that comes out.
No, I mean,
I imagine they're not connected in each story. Are they?
I think they are.
What, like in like a proper way, or like some kind of like here's a vague hint to a previous game?
No, it's like some of the. I think if I can remember purposely, I meant that shit.
You meant that shit.
If I can remember the actual story plot to it, it's like the first one I ever played. I don't know if it's the first one ever, but the first one I ever played was unfortunately on my cousin's Xbox. Yeah,
Carry on.
it was on the 360, and basically you had to set off a nuke to kill all these fucking weird creatures.
Okay.
But in the next one that I played, which was on the PlayStation 4, it was one of them survived, and it was just this big man. It's a big long ass story, but they are connected. Does that make sense?
Well, obviously, okay. Well, they're obviously all connected in the sense they're all sort of set in the same world, right?
Yeah,
But
you still played the same character.
oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I was going to ask. Then is it not just like a different situation each time? Kind of like what it is with Persona. You know, 3, 4, and 5. They're all set in the same world. It's just different places and do different things. So fair enough.
No, they all like coexist.
Coexist. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It was fun. It was like I said, you can't really talk much about first person shooters. Get from point A to point B, kill anything that gets in your way.
What I would ask though is let's look specifically at Black Ops 4.
Okay.
Because that's a game that came out this year that we've been sort of railing on non-stop. I'd say beating a dead horse, but I'm pretty sure you can't beat a pile of flesh on the floor anymore. So how did it actually measure? What was it like to play Black Ops 4? of the 3 modes, what did you play and did you enjoy them?
Okay, I played all 3 modes. I hated the Battle Royale mode. It was stupid. I felt like, what the fuck? Everyone's just jumping on this fucking Fortnite thing.
Yeah, the Battle Royale style.
The Battle Royale style game, and it was a load of shite. I hated it.
Yeah.
I didn't see the point in it. Everyone was raving on about it. It was just another version of PUBG. I'm sorry, PUBG's better. Fight me. Fight me.
We have a mutual friend who agrees with you on that.
Yeah. So. PUBG is the more superior.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says.
Okay, what about the classical online?
The classical online team deathmatches, the free-for-alls, the search and destroys and all stuff like that. It just felt like a normal Black Ops game.
You could just play any other.
I could have picked up any other game and it just felt like the same.
Fair
the
enough.
only thing I will give it is it brought back fan favourite maps from Black Ops 1 to, and reluctantly say 3. But yeah, so it had its perks. It had more like a nostalgic feel to it more than anything else.
No, I get that.
Like, alright, so there's a map, I can't remember the actual name. I think it's called Summit. I think it's called Summit, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But I know every sniping spot in that map. So you know these little kids that just jumped on Black Ops thinking, look, it's the new Black Ops, I'm going to have loads of fun. Yeah. No, you got raped. I will openly admit, I savagely hate children and enjoyed it.
Oh, God.
I was in the sniper's hole, just...
Sounds like a beat that.
Yeah. and I'm gonna have to say it, aren't I?
What?
I even finished on a 360.
Oh.
I know. It wasn't a no scope though. It was a 360 scoped shot.
Fair enough.
And it wasn't a quick shot. It wasn't a quick scope either.
Fair enough.
Fans don't know what that is.
Okay, I'll leave that to them then.
Yeah.
And then zombies. How's zombies?
Zombies was...
Is it just zombies?
It's bog standard.
Yeah.
Don't fix something that's not broken.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The first Call of Duty game to introduce the zombie mode was World at War, right?
World at War, yeah.
Yeah.
With Dino Tartan, I think it is.
Well, you had that. You were in like that abandoned house, and there was a box upstairs.
Yeah.
There was also, if I remember correctly, I saw my brother play it once. There was actually a bit of a glitch, wasn't there, where you could. There's like a small platform that counts as a step on the stairs where you can just jump on.
Lie down. I just stay there all day. I also glitched it where I got the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Glitched into a certain part of the wall and it made like a barrier so the zombies couldn't get to you.
Okay.
And you just stood there all day with the flamethrower because the flamethrower never runs out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it heats up but it never runs out. Like it overheats so you can...
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Fucking cheat.
I don't give a shit. I was 13.
Oh, well. Okay, fair enough.
Bog standard, really.
Okay, so how would you say Black Ops 4 is one that any Call of Duty fans should pick up, or just a case of if it's on offer, pick it up, or what are you thinking?
Like, I wouldn't be paying top price for it. It's no different. It hasn't even got a story mode to it.
No, yeah, that's another big.
That was a
concern.
massive thing. That was like...
What was it? I mean, isn't it still full price as well?
It's still full
Without
price.
An actual campaign.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Because they took out the story mode and replaced it with the Battle Royale. Yeah. And this other mode, and it was just...
Yeah, no.
It wasn't worth it. I'd have picked the story any day.
They'd have probably been safer doing what Fortnite did and just actually make it free.
Yeah.
They could fucking load it with down microtransactions that no one's going to buy, but make it free.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fucked up.
Yeah, they did. Well, they'll know next time. They know next time. I remember hearing a few reports that the next Call of Duty game was actually going to be single player, or have a single player.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, like I said, it's... They fucked up, mate, by not putting a campaign in. They fucked up by solely making it online, because, one, you've got to pay for online, and not everyone can pay for online.
Well, you'll know this as well, because you're obviously the bigger Call of Duty fan than I am. Obviously, it's all published by Activision, but don't they alternate who makes it each year?
Yeah.
Like, it's between Treyarch and, is it Sledgehammer Games? Yeah.
I think no.
It's similar to...
Was it Sledgehammer? I don't remember.
I don't know. It's Treyarch.
It's Treyarch and Activision.
Activision's the publisher, but the actual developers, it's Treyarch and someone else.
I know Sledgehammer do the...
Infinity Ward. That's the one, Infinity Ward, not Sledgehammer.
Because Sledgehammer do the Battlefield.
Yes,
that's it.
That's the one. Because it's similar with the Skylanders games when they were coming out, because they were being published by Activision, but they started off Toys for Bob, then it went to Vicarious Visions, back and forth. And it's the same as well with the Crash trilogy and the Sparrow trilogy, because obviously Crash was made by Vicarious Visions, and the Sparrow trilogy was made by...
Activision were doing an amazing job with these Call of Duty games at first.
Yeah.
Because the Activision had Black Ops 1. Unreal.
Okay.
Story was unreal.
Yeah.
Tell us about the numbers, Mason! Honestly.
Yeah.
Then Infinity Ward brought out Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I think that's what they were doing each side. They were sticking to like their the series. Excuse me, their series, as it were.
Yeah, but then obviously Modern Warfare 2 was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Then Black Ops 2 came out, and that was okay.
And then Modern Warfare 3.
Then Modern Warfare 3, where it just all... So, see, that was the biggest argument back in the day as well.
Which?
Black Ops or Modern Warfare 3? Black Ops any day.
Yeah.
Ah, you're a nerd. You're fucking... It's well better on fucking Modern Warfare. Nah, it's Black Ops, right? Come on.
I don't get any of this, but fair enough.
A golden AK. You trying to tell me that you can beat that? Nah, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, I'll go through mine quite quick, because I've played more of the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee game, for one thing, and there's not much to say about it other than it is. I mean, it was sort of pushed when it was being released and shown off, so I kind of think how it is a much easier game, and being where I am in the game now, which is actually just about to finish the game, not 100%, but about to finish it. It is a lot easier. Like, my mentality for going into the final gym leader was like, okay, the last gym I thought was like near the level 50 mark. I was like, okay, so I want to get all my Pokemon to around level 50 in order to take on the gym. I ended up having a few in the team that were only like late 30s, early 40s, whereas obviously the gym was like 50 / just under 50. I still kicked his ass with no casualties. And I'm heading, and even then, like the legendary Pokemon like Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, you have to fight them before you can catch them, and all those fights, which is a piece of piss. So, not to say the game's bad. It's just it is what people was being advertised.
It is what it's being advertised that it is easier.
Yeah, it's something that is definitely to sort of draw in a much younger / new audience to Pokemon. Yeah. One big gripe I have though is when it was advertised, the whole Pokemon Go connectivity thing. I've only managed to successfully use that once. I've attempted 5 or 6 times to actually connect my Pokemon Go with the fucking Let's Go game.
Yeah.
Not worked any time apart from once. Which is annoying because, A, there's Pokemon in the game I can't find because they're in the other game. So that's why it encourages the online trading with players. Yeah. When players who have the opposite game. I don't have an online pass, so I can't go online. So my only option is to catch them in Pokemon Go and trade them into the game. Which doesn't fucking work. So...
Do you want to know what really grinds my gears?
I know what really grinds my gears. Yeah, the Pokemon Go connectivity. It's irritating. And I've followed the steps that as it's fucking shown on the official Nintendo site, and it still doesn't work. So I'm just giving up on it. Fuck it. But that's my sort of gripe with it. Pokemon Let's Go. It's good. It's just a case of don't expect it to be the harder games we knew growing up. You know what I mean? Actually having to.
But what can I say, lad? These snowflakes nowadays. They want everything easy. They want everything given to them on a plate. Not like us 90s. We had to grind for that shit. We had to put up with the shit graphics. We had to play the shitty games. And those games made us, man. We are the gamers. None of these fucking 12-year-olds. You want to know how I piss off 12-year-olds right now? Fortnite sucks. So much hate.
All hate. Well, we rip on Fortnite all the time.
Yeah, because it's cheap.
How is now any different? Anyway, I also started, as a side thing, Darksiders 2, because I do want to play Darksiders 3 at some point. I love Darksiders. And Darksiders 2 it's good, it's just slow. Do you know what I mean?
It's good, it's just not quite Darksiders.
It's good, but it's not Darksiders. Oh, God.
I think that's like become our thing now.
When I do this...
It's good. It's just quite not.
That'll be our highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just not what it should be. It's the Assassin's Creed Origins. It's good.
It's just not Assassin's Creed. Far Cry Primal. It's a good game. It's just not Far Cry.
Bollocks.
We could do that whole reel right now.
Probably could, yeah. But no, I'll keep it brief because I've not played very much of it. It's just it's if you like the Dark Souls games, play it. That's all there is to say to it. I'm only playing it because of the story I don't have for Dark Souls 2 and I want to play it. Moving on, I got Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Obviously, I got that as part of my my
Mate, that
collection.
is a weird game.
It is a weird game. It's Japanese. What do you expect?
Just lost half our fans.
Probably, but am I wrong?
I mean,
Tell me I'm wrong.
no, senpai.
Shut up, Liam. You know you love it.
I love being called senpai.
Yeah, of course you do. Well, I finished it regardless. And I'm also going to move on to the other games at some point. Because the kind of games that don't require the sit-down commitment to. They're just they're very casual. They're fun, though. I enjoy them. I know, it's completely ridiculous. It's like, we're going to beat these shadows up with the power of dance.
It's like, I know that scene from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Jesus, why'd you always wear those rainbow suspenders? I could tell you, or I could show you.
Through interpretive dance.
That's exactly what it is. It makes no fucking sense.
No, the reason you play these games, and this is the reason I play these games, is because, mate, I have a genuine, like, heartfelt, like, love for this series of
you
Persona
just
games.
have, no, you have a fucking weeboo obsession.
No, the games are actually really good, man.
Tell me you don't weeboo.
Can you say you don't weeboo?
I don't weeboo.
You fucking liar.
I don't weeboo.
You fucking liar. Soul Eater.
What?
Soul Eater.
Shut the fuck up.
Cosplay.
Shut the fuck
Senpai. Neko girls.
Shut up.
Bitch. Anyway.
I am not a weeboo.
Anyway. No, I like Persona as a series, and Persona, as I say, the Persona game, each one of them has like a special place. Like, it means something to me.
They have a special place inside of you.
Yeah, right here in my feels. In this tiny shriveled up thing that keeps me alive.
Your penis?
No, my heart.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't keep me alive. That transfers life to others. Not yet, though. Let's not go there. Anyway.
Nuts don't work. Your nuts don't work.
God fucking damn it. Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Well, I remember you played it, actually. You tried it.
Yeah, that's why I said it's fucking weird.
No, but okay, take out the story, take out the characters, take out all that actual just straight rhythm game gameplay.
It's a weird one to get it's gonna sound weird when I say this. It's a weird one to get your hands around.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but okay.
But yeah, no, for a rhythm game, it's just a bog standard rhythm game.
Well, it is and it isn't, because it's not like the Guitar Heroes and the rest that we have over here, like the rhythm games. Like, the Japanese rhythm games, mate, they go whole ham on their rhythm games. Like, in the arcades and stuff with the bongos and shit.
Yeah.
Like, before that, the only other Japanese rhythm game I played was the Hatsune Miku games. And you think trying to read where the dials go on Persona was hard. You don't know shit until you play Miku. Because the symbols, the X square triangle circle, they don't just appear in one set place all the time. They appear all over the screen, and then they slide. They like fucking glide into the ring. You know, when you have to press it on time, they glide into it all
They
the
glide.
place. Yeah, that's the only place to describe
They
it.
glide.
With the hand. They're mental, and I only ever played them on normal. I still managed to get through it.
See, I would love to give one of those Japanese arcade games a go, because they look fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like, me and you definitely need to book
A trip to Japan. I'd totally go to Japan any day.
Go to our GoFundMe page. Send James and Liam to Japan.
You fucking anti-weeb.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, what I thought.
Hate these weeps.
100%. Well, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm Persona.
Reviews an echo girl. Hey girl, hit me up.
Hit me up. Yeah. And you call him senpai, you're in there.
If you're an echo girl and you call me senpai and you can cook.
Oh god, we've suddenly become Tinder.
Swipe right.
We are the new Tinder. Oh, gross. Okay. Well,
Just next week like that. And Neko Girl 75 says,
Sit on my face.
do you like pina coladas? Do you like being caught in the rain?
No, actually, I don't.
Oh yeah?
Well, the rain, yes. Pina coladas, not a fun.
I like pina coladas.
Yeah, of course you do.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
I don't have a clue what that means.
You like pina coladas.
Yeah, of course.
That's it.
What's wrong with pina coladas?
What more is it to say? You like pina coladas.
Do you like pina coladas?
Don't say anymore, we'll get copyright.
Shit.
Okay, so we're going to move on now to the film news.
Okay, film news.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, you and I are both very excited for this, Liam. Punisher Season 2. It's coming out in January. When in January, we have no fucking idea. But it's coming out in January.
If it comes out on my birthday, I will, like, full on, like, palpitations.
Well, yours is the 29th, right?
Fuck you, 31st.
Sorry, 31st. I'm thinking 29th. No, 29th is Kingdom Hearts. 25th is Resident Evil 2. 31st is your birthday. I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm feeling like later half of the year. Well,
I'm thinking the later half of the month, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too.
I hope it, I really... I'm almost finished Daredevil and I'm running out of Punisher. I need my Punisher.
I know, it is pretty good.
The whole prison fight scene, man.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
It's just gruesome as fuck. It is so good.
Basically, this whole story stems from the fact that Netflix released a teaser talking about season 2, saying that it just said January 2019, no date.
You know what's gonna happen, don't you?
What?
You know what's gonna happen?
It's gonna get cancelled.
It's gonna get cancelled.
Probably. Well, that moves on to our next story, actually, Liam. Thank you very much. Don't expect any Defenders for 2 years at least.
I didn't expect the first season.
Well, no, but I mean any of those characters. Any of the characters we've lost so far, I don't expect them 2 years. So basically, according to Variety, right, the Marvel Netflix deal has a bit of a caveat in it, or a clause, which is technically a thing, which basically means that outside of Netflix, any non-Netflix media cannot feature the characters Iron Fist, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, or Luke Cage once the series has been cancelled for the minimum of 2 years.
Oh, fuck.
And obviously we've lost 3 of them already, Daredevil, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. So basically, for at least 2 years,
Can we just
see them.
I am fuming about Daredevil being cancelled.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I am fuming that he even got tied in the same brush as the Defenders.
Well, he is a Defender, though.
I know he's a Defender, but it just pissed me off that they even made the Defenders.
Well, that was the goal, wasn't it? From the very moment we had the Daredevil series, we knew we were getting Defenders.
Of course it was, but what they fucked it up. Daredevil was amazing.
I don't even think Defenders was that bad, you know.
Mate,
I feel like Defenders, it was as long as it needed to be. Sigourney Weaver, that was a pointless role.
Yeah.
Because I would have loved to have seen her be the big bad for that season, and then she just got offed.
Exactly.
So, that was stupid. That was a poor move. But just how...
That's a cool name, by the way, isn't it?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. I just thought, I loved how stylish it was, though. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, okay.
With the filters and the camera and the colour effects.
Okay, yeah,
that was cool.
I mean, creatively, it was an amazing project to watch.
Yeah.
But it just...
That's what I mean. It was I was as good as it was as long as it needed to be. That's what I think about.
Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Could
it have lost some like could it have trimmed the fat on the story a little bit? Yeah, absolutely,
definitely.
But for what we got, I feel like it was enough for me at least.
I don't know. I contradict with that, but no, I can see where you're coming from.
But anyway, carry on with this story. So yes, but the deal, as you probably noticed, only includes those 4 characters. So Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones. Punisher's not in that.
He's not a Defender.
No, he's not that. He's not a Defender, but he wasn't part of the original deal.
Yeah.
He was only put in afterwards, after he had such a sort of a critical reception in Daredevil season 2.
And I mean, that's the only reason the Punisher even got his own.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying.
Because it was such a fucking iconic character.
People loved John Bernthal's portrayal of him and how he was incorporated into Daredevil season 2.
Can we just take him into consideration? Could you have pictured anyone else playing the Punisher?
Well, no, because in my head, I think back to the films with the guy who played him, the one from The Mist.
That was bad.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
That was. No, it was that bad though. It's become a cult classic.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like The Room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So we know that Jessica Jones and the Punisher have second season for Punisher and a third season for Jessica Jones are coming out, scheduled to come out next year. Whoop. But obviously we are also sort of holding off for them getting cancelled as well. But the problem with the Punisher series, if we don't know if that has the same clause that the other one does. So Jessica Jones gets cancelled this year. We ain't just going to see Jessica Jones till 2021. And obviously right now, tail end 2018, we're not going to see Iron Fist, Daredevil, Luke Cage in anything.
Till 2020?
Till 2020 at least. Which is a real shame because I actually really liked Charlie Cox's Daredevil. You know what? I also liked... I don't know his name, but the guy who played Luke Cage.
I like him as an actor.
I liked Luke Cage. I thought it was good.
I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I might go back and try it again. But I just couldn't get into it. Now, Iron Fist is definitely a no-go for me. I can't watch it.
I don't think that's down to him, though.
No, it's not down to the actor. It's down to the story.
It's down to the way it was scripted and the way it was put together. I mean, for God's sake, in the first season, they literally learnt the fight scenes just before they shot it.
Exactly.
That's just bad practice.
And it's not even that. It's like, I'm sorry. It just, me and you always make the joke that Iron Fist, the first season, first few episodes, first season.
The first season can be summed up as, I'm here to find out the truth. Here is the truth. You are lying to me.
Punch something.
Slash. I am the immortal Iron Fist.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it.
That is entirely season
That's the entire season
I've yet
1.
to watch season 2 because people do say season 2 actually improves upon it. But then, to be fair, with the first season being so low on my expectations, I don't think it could get worse, to be honest.
I mean, maybe we should just binge watch them.
I do plan to binge season 2 of Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Because obviously they're gone now. I want to see what they left behind.
Yeah, I want to see their legacy.
Yeah. Okay. Keeping with Disney briefly, because Marvel, Disney, all this kind of thing. So it's been announced that Pixar,
my favorite D word.
Pixar are working on another animated film called Onward. That's all we know so far as the title. We know a bit of the plot. It's about 2 teenage elf brothers who are going on a quest to find out if magic still exists. It is starring Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, as well as Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Never heard
Louis-Dreyfus, I think, and Octavius Spencer. I'm not too certain on those, but
Octavius is
not Doc Ock.
Huh?
No, not Doc Ock.
Oh.
It's being directed by Dan Scanlon, who says Onward is based on a quote personal truth and quote inspired by my own relationship with my brother. So, damn right. I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it. From what we know so far, plus it's Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. It's Star-Lord and Spider-Man. Disney are really keeping all of their casting definitely in the family now.
Yeah. I'm not being and Onwards as well. Was I the only one that had the song pop into my head straight away?
Which song?
Carry on my wayward son.
Yes, because I don't think Onward. I think Carry On.
Carry on. So carry on my wayward son. Anyway,
unless you were going like the old English. Carry onward.
Yeah, I was. And what?
Maybe you are. I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Oh well.
Just for me, I don't know. I just heard that one, just instantly like, carry on
straight into Kansas.
wayward son.
Shocker. Okay, so the next news isn't really film news, but I didn't really know where to put it. But it's something we need to talk about. Fake news.
Fake news.
Comic book news.
It's fake news.
Okay. So Marvel Comics, not last week before, they released a bunch of teasers showing they were all text-based teasers, and they were all sort of like posing the questions of like iconic Marvel Comics moments, like Fantastic Four getting their powers, the Avengers finding Captain America in the ice, the time Spider-Man Peter Parker gave up being Spider-Man, and they just sort of questioned like what would happen if blah blah blah.
They changed the history.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously people were expecting something big's going to happen, and now we know. Well, big-ish, I suppose. It's a 6-issue run, so I don't know how big that is. But now we know Marvel Comics history is going to be destroyed next year in a 6-issue run entitled "Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys Marvel History," or something to that effect.
So wait, Ghost Rider's going to be fucking up the history?
This is not the Ghost Rider you know. This
okay.
is, and I think I don't know if he's a new character or not, but we'll find out. He is an insane alternate universe version of Frank Castle, who has the combined powers of Ghost Rider and Silver Surfer. Yeah, I can see your big old grin. He's gonna basically rewrite Marvel Comics. So like I said, like he's gonna probably mess with the Avengers finding Captain America, so he'll never be defrosted. He'll just stay in the ice. I'm not sure how he's gonna mess with Peter Parker giving up the role of Spider-Man. Maybe he's gonna make sure he can't become Spider-Man again. I don't really know. But either way, the first issue of that's coming out in March 2019. As I say, it's a 6-issue run, so I don't know how big it's going to be. It sounds interesting, though.
Can I try it as well? Can I just think dead quick? I started reading the zombie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Okay.
And
which one you've read?
Spider-Man's.
What, Dead Days or like the first one?
I couldn't tell you. I've got the comic book and I was just flicking through it.
Okay.
But
is it the complete collection thing or?
No. It's just Spider-Man's section.
Okay.
It's like not the complete comic book of all zombies, just Spider-Man's. And there's a certain picture in that, yeah.
Yeah.
I won't ruin too much for.
Well, to be fair, Marvel Zombies has been out for a while, so I'm pretty sure you can spoil.
Alright, so basically, there's a scene in it where Spider-Man will never take his mask off.
Yeah, I know.
No, even as a zombie, like even though he doesn't have to anymore, he will never take his mask off for the simple fact of if he takes his mask off and he sees himself,
Yeah.
he has to then realise everything he's done isn't Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's Peter Parker.
It's Peter Parker. So basically, he ends up taking his mask off in a certain scene, realising, like, finally comes to terms that he is Peter Parker, and Peter Parker's done all of this terrible things.
I think I know where you're going with this. Is this where he takes
his skin off?
Oh,
and
I absolutely love that issue, you know.
It ties. It's like a little nod of the art.
Yeah, it does, because it has that same image of when he's walking away from the trash can with the suit in it. Well, what was the suit in the past, but it's actually his skin.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that issue was so... That issue genuinely broke my heart.
It's...
Because obviously he sort of travels in time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And you see the original Spider-Man encounter Sandman, and obviously Sandman's spooked because he's seen zombie Spider-Man. Yep. And he just full on kills like old school Peter Parker, old school Spider-Man, and he's like, you see his guts fall and everything. I was like, oh god, my little heart.
It's such a... It's a brutal...
If you read the whole thing, I've read the whole thing. I've actually got it on my computer.
You'll have to print it off for us.
I'll send it to you. Otherwise, it's gonna be fucking hell, man. There are no trees. It's the whole
Start
thing.
knocking down the rainforest.
The whole thing is like intense. It really is.
Cool.
Especially because it's actually. I mean, obviously the infection starts in that world. I'm not sure actually if you see how it starts. I can't remember. But
I mean, now Peter Parker.
At one point, they have in like a moon base, like supposed to be safe from the zombified heroes. They have Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four, trying to find a cure. Yeah. But Reed just like he sort of snaps.
Just has enough.
No, not even so much as enough. No, he looks at the zombie like virus and the infection as some kind of like evolution of what people should be. Yeah. And so when he invites the rest of the team into the room, the lab with him, he without them knowing, he fucking infects them. Yeah. And then they turn him as well, and then they turn everyone else. So it's I can't even describe it, mate. It's actually just
it's a twisted fucking issue.
It was made by Robert Kirkman.
Wait, Walking Dead?
Walking Dead?
Well, that would explain a lot.
That explains everything.
That explains everything except why the seasons become shit.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean, I will give him it though. The
season
last
finale was.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woof! Give me more of that. Okay, now.
Okay.
Don't tease me, Rob.
We got way off topic here, but oh well, fuck it. Yeah. The last news story we're going to talk about, it's actually quite surprising. The Joker film with Joaquin Phoenix has finished filming.
Shit.
It's finished already.
Really?
I mean, to be fair, it probably started in like September, October.
Yeah,
it's finished.
Still.
I know. It just seems like it's gone by completely under the radar, doesn't it?
I mean, maybe that's a good thing.
It might be, yeah.
No expectations.
I don't know. All I know is that so a final set photo was released as well by director Todd Phillips on his Instagram page, with the caption, "That's a wrap on production. Thanks to the greatest crew NYC has to offer. It was a fun shoot, but we're not there yet. #editing room." But the picture he shows, it's him leaning against the wall like a brick style wall or tiles, I can't remember. But there's writing on the wall that says "No unsupervised patients allowed." So Arkham. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's what everyone's looking at, thinking, is Arkham Asylum going to be in
Is that going to be a thing?
Probably. It could be like an Endgame sort of thing in the film.
Maybe.
That could be cool, though. I'd love to see a real-life Arkham Asylum.
That would be cool.
Well, the only one we've seen in the films, correct me if I'm wrong, was...
The ones I can only remember,
Batman Begins?
Yeah.
It was in there briefly in Batman Begins, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, there's the one where they send, what's it called, to Dr. Freeze.
What, in the films?
Yeah, remember the old 90s George Clooney ones?
I have no fucking clue with those.
And the Riddler. By the way, I don't give a shit. Hate on the films as much as you want. Jim Carrey played an amazing Riddler. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
I've not seen it so long, I couldn't actually comment, you know.
Oh, mate, alright, it's Tim Burton, you know what I mean?
Oh, I was going to say, we've got the box set of hours of all the old films. So.
You know what I mean? It's Tim Burton, so, you know, it's his wacky take on a comic book hero. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Tim Burton being the nut he is. And then you've got Jim Carrey playing the Riddler. Of course, it's going to be absolutely mental.
Oh, yeah.
But it was perfect. It was Italian hand, mate.
Okay, so
Back on topic.
back on topic. So we're going to move on now to the game news. As I say, quite sparse this week, but oh well.
Game news.
The first thing we're going to talk about is very brief. It's more for me than anything else.
Go for it.
There's been rumours and leaks that there's going to be a re-release of Persona 5 coming out in 2019 called the Complete Edition. Basically, there's a lot of DLC for Persona 5. Not story DLC, mine. It's all like extra costumes and shit. All sort of bollocks. Extra Personas and stuff. So there's a rumour that there's going to be a re-release of that in 2019 with all the DLC, essentially. You can obviously get the base game as is now and buy the extra stuff, but speaking as a diehard fan, there is no need for any of it.
No.
Literally, and this is going to sound really bad, but bear with me on this. There is only one piece of DLC I would say is actually worth it, and that's it's a costume pack of one of the older games.
No.
But it comes with an item that increases EXP gain. But to be honest, even without that item, you can get EXP quite well if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But there's also talk of a Persona 5 arena-style fighting game, because Persona 4 had a fighting game, and 2 in fact. They haven't released one for Persona 3, but they're looking at making one for Persona 5.
Yeah.
It's made by Arc System Works, who made Dragon Ball FighterZ Z. Remember that? Or Fighters, whatever.
That was cool.
Yeah, I want to play that too. They do a lot. Their sort of specialty is like the 2D/2.5D fighting games.
Yeah.
But they were supposed to be working on that, rumored, but it's been delayed due to making another fighting game, a new long-running series.
Yeah.
Called Grand Blue, I think it's called.
Can't say fair though.
No, me neither. But it rings a bell. That makes sense. So that's why they're not working on it. But to be fair, this is all rumor, so take it as you will. That's all there is to say about it. Moving on though, Kingdom Hearts 3. It's just over a month away. Oh, that feels so good to say. I'm just over a month away from Kingdom Hearts 3. You have no idea how horny I am.
Well, then, I was not the way I was expecting that conversation to go.
Yeah, no, I went in the wrong direction. Oh well. The problem is, it's been leaked. The entire story has apparently been leaked online.
So?
So?
Have you read it?
No, of course not.
Then.
But there are people out there who've accidentally stumbled upon it.
Well, then you're a dick.
No, accidentally. They've not intentionally gone out there. People have shared it, and then people have seen it unintentionally.
I'm not being funny. Someone is gonna read it. They haven't pulled the whole story. Accidentally.
Go on. Where are you going with this?
No.
It's easy to get hold of the plot when the game's already finished. Well, finished.
Yeah, I get that, but what I'm saying is, how do you accidentally click on something and read it?
I don't know. Well, it could just be that people were sharing it thinking it's a new trailer when actually it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that.
Or an article, you'd think, it's something about the game that's it's not specified in the title that it's gonna give you the entire plot.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take it back. Take it back.
But what we're talking about now is how the director and creator Tetsuya Nomura of Square Enix.
Say that 10 times when you're pissed.
I'd rather not,
He's
He's basically responded to it saying, how they're going to investigate this whole thing. But he said something that's actually quite interesting.
Yep.
So within the Kingdom Hearts series, it's sort of become like a thing now. Sort of like Marvel, in fact. We have a post-credit scene, or a secret movie, it's called, with Kingdom Hearts. What he said, though, is that the secret movie / and an epilogue, which I assume will hopefully be playable, they're not actually going to be in the full game when it comes out next month. They're going to be added later on, so people can not be spoiled.
That's actually a clever little move.
Yeah, because obviously those two pieces of story and content and stuff are going to contain the biggest spoilers for what happens in the game. So what they've done is they've cut it off. I mean, it's going to be free DLC.
Yeah.
If it's not, then there's going to be riots. Let's just say that right now. They've cut it off, and they're going to release it later. Which I think, as you just say, that's actually a really good idea.
That's a clever move if the DLC is going to be free.
It has to be free.
It has to be, or there will be riots.
Oh yeah, because you can't, as I say, the secret movie, it's always in Kingdom Hearts games, always. And if they're going to cut it off and charge us for it, that's scummy. So
if Daryl dies, we riot.
Basically, if that DLC costs, we riot.
You hearing this, titty machanana?
What the fuck?
I can't even say his name sober.
Tetsuya. Come on, say it with me. Tetsuya.
Tetsuya.
Su.
Su.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah.
More.
Ra. Tetsuya
no
Nomura.
Nomura. There we go. You want to go to Japan as well? Think about that for a second.
Yeah, I do.
Just gonna talk to no one, obviously.
Absolutely no one.
Ah, balls.
I'll get arrested thinking I'm a fucking spy.
Okay, we have some news about Spider-Man here. Spider-Man
Just
PS4.
sitting there, they just be like, okay, a white boy, he talked to no one.
Oh my god. Stop right now. Let me carry on what I'm saying. Just yeah, do that. Cool your mouth. Spider-Man PS4. I mean, this is actually, I've just realised now there's something we didn't cover the other week, and that's that the last DLC portion episode thing has a release date, and that's the 23rd, I believe. 23rd of this month, so Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Do you actually call it that, Christmas
Yeah.
Eve? I do.
Of course we call it Christmas. It is.
It's Christmas Eve.
I mean, you don't. They passed that. You get a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not the 22nd. Is not Christmas Eve. It's just whatever.
I mean, unless your girlfriend's named Eve, then you're gonna be saying Eve a lot.
Well, yeah, but even so. Anyway, but that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about now is the fact that Spider-Man PS4 is getting a comic book adaptation. Yes. Due out in March 2019, Spider-Man PS4 is getting a comic book run called Marvel's Spider-Man City at War. It's going to be 6 issues long. It's going to follow the plot of the games, but it's also going to have a few extra scenes in there that weren't in the game. As well as behind-the-scenes bonus content.
It's just that end scene.
I know. I don't want to rewatch it. I don't want to reread it.
I don't want to relive it.
No. I can't handle that. Thank you very much.
No. Mate, that was the second game that ever made me cry.
What was the first? Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Same.
Man, it's just,
I know.
She's so little.
I know.
It's
not fair. I know.
Did you take his arm off or no?
No.
I didn't.
No. It's too late anyway.
That's what. I mean, either way, you're fucked. Like,
well, yeah.
You don't know that until the end of the game, but
but as fans, we knew that if you don't cut it off soon.
If you don't cut it off like straight away,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So,
but obviously at that point in the game, we'd already had it for a while. So
it had it for like what, a good 12 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
That's enough for the infection to spread.
Pretty much. But yeah, so it's part of what Marvel's calling their new Gamerverse line.
Yeah.
Because if you notice when you go, it's probably gonna be a really strange example, but it's noticeable when you go to like comic shops and game and stuff. If you look at various pop figures of certain Marvel characters, some of them will say Gamerverse on it.
Yeah,
Marvel
yeah.
Gamerverse, and it's more to do with like the mobile games. So that's sort of like their initiative. I don't know about if they're all going to get comic adaptations, but I know obviously this is.
Okay, can I just super quick? Me and you had this discussion the other day.
Okay.
If Daredevil got its own game,
yeah,
how and who would you want it to be produced by? And same with Punisher.
Well, Punisher's more like an action game, isn't it?
Yeah, but how?
I know it has its stealth elements or darker elements.
I think it'd definitely play more like a Tom Clancy game, or like a Splinter Cell.
I'd see it more of a third-person shooter as opposed to first.
That's what I mean, like a Splinter Cell fucking. A Splinter Cell
like
style.
A Division almost.
Yeah.
That's like over-the-shoulder style.
Over the shoulder style.
Or Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something like that. Something really stealth. Like, it's got its stealth elements in.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, as it's straight up brutal combat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what game would sum it up best? And if they'd done it properly and a lot better, but using that as its bare bones.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember the Jason Bourne games?
I know of them, I never played them.
Yeah, well, that I'd say that was pretty much... That would be belter.
For a Punisher game. As for Daredevil, see, that one does require a bit more of a stealth focus. But I also think of the Infamous games and how they played and how you sort of got around the world in those games. Remember the Infamous games? Something like that for Daredevil. But obviously those don't have a very big stealth element, do they?
No, they don't, but I can see where you're going.
So you'd look at some kind of hybrid of the level of stealth you'll get from, say, the Arkham games.
Yeah.
With the general combat and traversal from Infamous.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
So, Rocksteady Cross, Sucker Punch.
Maybe.
Rocker Punch.
You hearing this, guys? You listening?
Co-development. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I'd see it.
I get that all the big name heroes get the games, like Batman, Spider-Man.
The Avengers.
All them, they get their style of games. I mean, fucking hell, Iron Man had a game.
It was a shit game.
It was a shit game, but it was a game.
So did Thor. So did Captain America.
Thor had its own game.
Yeah, we really don't talk about that at all.
And Captain America had its own game?
Actually, not bad. It was just an Arkham clone without the stealth.
I did not even know these two had games.
Well, they were movie tie games, weren't they?
Oh, fair enough.
So,
but yeah, no, so I get that all the big names get them, but I would love to start seeing, like, smaller Marvel characters getting their own games.
well, fun fact, there actually was a Daredevil game in development back on the PS1.
Nah, I remember the PS1 one. It was the same time that the Spider-Man games came out as well.
Yeah, but it was a bit more. I feel like it was a bit more open than the Spider-Man games. I can't remember. I've seen a few clips of like test footage and stuff that's looked really good, but I don't know. Okay, but second to last thing to talk about now. Do you remember the PS4 exclusive Dreams that got shown off ages ago?
Not really.
Okay, remember the reveal event where they had those people with the motion controllers drawing all kinds of crazy things, and they had the band performance?
Yeah.
That was Dreams, and Dreams has been one of those PS4 titles that's been sort of basically in development since the console was announced. So that's a good while. But we are finally getting a beta test for the game. I know. Oh, it's coming out at the end of the life cycle of the fucking system, and that's ridiculous. So on basically today, December 19th, but this beta test that comes out today, it's only for the, quote, the creators, who are the people who follow the newsletter that Media Molecule put out, which is the developers. The public are getting a beta for the game, and that is on, basically the first few days of January. At some point in that first couple of days, we're going to get a public beta, and it's going to run until 21st of January. Personally, I'm going to sign up for this beta.
Yeah?
I feel like it, because I loved Little Big Planet. I thought they were great games.
I thought they were amazing.
Yeah, and it's the same guys who made that, as well as the Tearaway games, which the first one was on PS Vita. It was really good. The second one was on PlayStation. I haven't played it, but it's the same as Tearaway.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
So I'm very curious to see what it is. Plus, like, the level of detail that's been described, or at least the level of customability and creatability in it, sounds frankly unreal. So I'm very, very curious to see what people make out with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can see what you mean. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see where that goes.
The last thing to talk about, we're going to talk about Xbox dead quick, because the next generation of Xbox may have their codenames leaked. We have Anaconda and Lockhart. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least PlayStation, we codename ours after, like, Greek gods and stuff. Because,
No, I don't mean that.
What?
It just... Xbox just seems like their whole company is run by 12-year-olds.
Do you think?
It just feels that way.
What, with them codenames?
Not even with the code names, like, in general.
Okay.
Like, their whole company seems like it's run by 12-year-olds.
What, you mean with we can't seem to get good first-party games, we're just going to buy all the studios?
Yeah. It's like, I wanted that one, so I'm going to buy it.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Yeah, and then, like, guys, we need, like, a code name for this. What can we give it? And one kid's just, like, watched a documentary on Snake. They're Anaconda.
About Lockhart. Where's that from?
I don't fucking know.
Harry Potter?
There you go.
Second film?
There you go, then.
That dickhead of a Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher?
Well, there you go, then. Another 12-year-old.
Anyway. So, obviously these are rumours. Take these with a grain of salt. But if it's true, the Lockhart is going to be a, quote, affordable baseline model, which is basically what we have now.
Standard.
No, not even the standard, like Xbox One. It'd be more like the Xbox One S, I'd imagine. That's the smaller one that's still basically apparently an Xbox, but it's cheaper for some reason. I don't fucking know. And then the Anaconda is a, quote, beefed up version that will cost more. Basically the Xbox One X.
Because my Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
And copyright strike. But yeah, and both of these are rumoured to be released in holiday 2020.
Why did they think you were going to say Holland then?
Holland.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. No, Xbox are giving up with, like, the market of the West Andes to just go and, like...
Straight
Europe.
to Holland, that's it.
Europe, that's it.
No, just Holland. That's it.
Only Holland are getting Xbox forever from now on. From 2020 onwards. So the rest of the world has PlayStation.
Yes.
All hail Sony.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Let the Sony run through you.
But that is all for the proper news stories this week. Obviously, we missed a week last week, so that means quick fire news. News. Do you want to get the timer out, Liam? Are we doing this? Are we timing it? Technical difficulties while Liam goes to get his phone and timers for the now timing thing that we do. We do this now.
Now, sir, do you actually have how long it took last time?
I had it written down somewhere, but I cannot remember.
I do believe it was on that piece of paper.
Which piece? What, the one I'm holding in my hands? Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, mate. I've gone through so much paper in my time. I don't know anymore. Oh well. It'll be around. You know what? It'll be on the last time we did this. So. Fucking amateurs. I know.
Fucking dick.
Oh well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, so you ready? Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, for another session of quick fire news?
Don't you throw your paper at me.
I'm gonna throw whatever I fucking want at you, you slut.
I'm gonna throw my dick in your mouth.
I'd rather you didn't. Okay. Right, you ready?
Uno.
No.
Dos.
Tres. It's the other way around. So it's tres, dos, uno. So the Avengers 4 trailer came out and became the most watched trailer in 24 hours with 289 million views. Charlie Cox knew how season 4 of Daredevil was going to go before it got cancelled, which is a real shame. Jake Gyllenhaal has basically confirmed that he's playing Mysterio in the next Spider-Man film. A Venom sequel is confirmed. Might not have the same writer, though. We have our first look at Men in Black International, which is a new film starring Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, set in London. All the new games were announced at the Game Awards. The Outer Worlds, which is made by the same guys who made Fallout New Vegas. Journey to the Savage Planet, Far Cry New Dawn, coming out in February 2019. The Stanley Parable, basically console ports. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, The Pathless, Stranger Things 3 the game, Mortal Kombat 11, Scavengers, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 The Black Order, which is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, The Last Campfire, Dragon Age The Dreadwolf Rises, Atlas, which is the same devs as Ark Survival Evolved. Jak and Daxter, basically all those games are getting re-released for a limited edition rerun on PS4. The first one comes out on February 28th, 2019, sold out, and all subsequent games are coming out in June 2019. And Telltale Games, The Walking Dead, final season, episode 3 has a release date, the 15th of January 2019, with a new dev, Skybound Entertainment.
Oh!
God, I saw that. I saw that one.
Oh, shit!
Wha?
Not as fast as last time, but there was a lot more news on that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that list was more than anything else.
No, that's what I mean. There was a lot more than on that one. What I will say is,
Yes.
These know what it was.
Yeah, I know what it was. Yeah.
You know what it was.
Yeah.
But just to give it the reveal, you done it in 1 minute. 0.3 seconds.
Oh God. I'm getting better at this. I feel like I'm getting better at this.
You are. We need to start getting like a board. Can we like do like?
We'll use this board up here.
Like we might get in trouble with like BBC, but
yeah.
Can we do?
Well, no. Well, I don't know. Well, it's Well, Top Gear started it, and then
that's what I mean. So
Grand Tour carried it on. So I don't know. I'll get an actual whiteboard on this wall here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And just mark it down in fucking.
And if you guys somehow stumble across this and think we're taking the piss, this is in honor of you guys. Okay, so
yeah.
Don't give us trouble for that. You know, just be nice to us.
Okay, well, Liam, we've hit the hour mark. For one thing, we've actually got through everything we're going to go through normally. But as we mentioned, this is the last episode of the Max Style Games podcast for 2018.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. So before we get into our list,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I just want to say thank you for doing this with me.
You know what, man? This whole idea was just that was it.
Yeah,
it's just an idea.
It was,
and
it's been fun.
It's been an epic ride.
It sounds like we're gonna die. Or we're gonna go out and we're like, nah, fuck it, we're done now. No, we are carrying on, but like this. We are
carrying on, but this is the first year.
Well, we started in was it now April?
Yeah,
something like that. I think I just finished uni for the year actually.
I think so, yeah.
And I just kind of had the idea I really want to do it, but I knew I couldn't do it alone. And the only person I could think of who would actually do it, be able to do it with me.
One that was willing to do it.
And willing to do it was you.
I mean, it's been an emotional ride, man.
It's funny when we were writing up these lists and stuff to go over, looking at the old scripts we had.
How very, very different.
But yeah, very, very, very sparse.
Yeah.
But to be fair, because the first load of episodes, we were literally just sort of relying on what the fuck we come up with at the time.
Yeah.
It was a lot more
There was a lot more
freeform.
winging it.
Yeah, a lot more freeform, a lot more winging it. Whereas now there's actual structure to it. People know what they're gonna get.
Guys, they know what they get. They know they get the game news followed by the film news.
All the way around.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know, they know what they're getting.
Yeah.
And
there's been times when we've not been able to do it.
There's been times where we've not been able to do it. And I don't know about you, there's been times where I've just not wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There has been days where I've been like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because I think I'm gonna be open about mine. I suffer a lot with mental illnesses, so
I know, man.
Sometimes it's just I don't want to.
No, I get that.
I don't know about you, but yeah, that's exactly how it feels for me. And do you know what though? Every time when I'm feeling shit, we get here,
we get into it.
I feel so much better. So I want to personally thank you for having the idea and having the equipment and having the fucking know-how. I mean, seriously, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I'm just a fucking personality. You run everything on this show.
Well, I keep telling you this, but you never seem to fucking let it settle in, brother. We can't edit together. It's not.
No,
it's
I
not
get
doable what we
that.
have, but it's not. It's not a one-man operation because who wants to sit here and listen to me talk straight for like half an hour to an hour? No one. Those episodes have the lowest views.
The facts, man. The facts.
Okay.
No.
So I know you seem to think that you don't contribute much, mate, but you are. This is a yin yang situation. What we have here.
Do you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I'm happy to keep doing this until the day we stop.
Yeah.
So
until the day we probably legally cannot do it anymore.
Yeah.
Then or maybe commitmentally can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because we both kind of want to move to different countries.
Two different countries.
Yeah. So at that point, we can bow out.
But even then, mate, I think we're still gonna.
We'll just be on the phone. Like, do you want to jump on Skype and just like record it for an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on there.
Go on there. Why not?
Fuck it. I've got the 10 of the kids like, but fuck it. Just on laugh like, and yeah, that's Damien.
I need to be up for work in the morning, but fuck it.
Fuck it.
I can't even afford my bills, but go on, fuck it.
Fuck it, I'll call it sick.
No, but thank you, man.
Thanks. You know what, man?
Oh God, it's all.
I don't give a shit.
It's the microphone in the way. We can't hug the mic. All the noise. Oh God. Oh, that sounded horrible. That was a horrible sound. No. Oh, let's not do that again. But enough of this soppy shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
So we have played a lot of games in the last 7 months.
6-7 months.
Well, okay. Let's be blunt. We've played a lot of games. Full stop.
We've played a lot of games.
Full stop.
We've played games with each other and we've played on our own. That sounded the worst it was meant to.
But in terms of this fucking show, we've played a lot of games over the 7 months. So
I've played a lot more games because of this show.
So inspired by one of my favourite content creators, Zero Punctuation, I thought it'd be a good idea for us to do a top, bottom, and middle, or top, middle, bottom 5 of the games we've played. Not of all the games we like, because that would be forever. But of the games we've talked about that we've played on this podcast.
Yes.
So, as a nice little end of year present thing.
Tribute.
Let's go tribute to the.
Because this is just a tribute.
Tribute to the first year of Max Longing's podcast.
Yep.
We are going to go through our top, middle, and bottom 5 games that we've played this year.
Let's do it.
Okay. So here's how it's going to go.
I haven't seen yours and you haven't seen mine.
Nope. Well, we've seen one or two.
Yeah.
So here's how it's going to go. We're going to do top 5. Middle, well, literally number 5, top, then middle, number 5, bottom, number 5.
Yep.
Then back to top, number 4. But we'll pass between each one, okay?
Okay.
So I'll do my top, number 5, you do your top, number 5.
Let's do this.
And so on and so forth. Ready?
Let's go.
Who wants to go first? Rock, paper, scissors?
Rochambeau.
Ha! I'm going to go first. Okay, so my top 5. Number 5 entry on this list.
Yep.
It's not so much a single game as a series. And that is the Phoenix Wright games.
Ah.
Because I've always been a fan of my crime-solving games.
Yeah.
It's not ones I've played vehemently,
No.
but the ones that sort of I can go to and be like, yeah, I enjoy these games.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed the story, the characters, the level of puzzles. Sometimes I was a bit like, I don't know what the fuck to do. But when you finally solve it, I'm just like, oh, yes!
That
I'm a
erection
fucking
moment.
genius.
Bow down, bitches!
And I've played the original 3. I played Apollo Justice, which was what I thought was a spin-off, but it's actually not. I'm just starting the newer games now, but I know I'm going to enjoy them.
So basically, when I get banged up, I'm ringing you as my lawyer.
Basically, I could totally be a lawyer.
Totally.
So that's my number 5, top number 5. Go on, Liam.
My top number 5, sir, is, I think it might shock you a little bit,
Okay.
is The Walking Dead Season 3 game.
Season 3, okay.
Yeah, New Frontier.
The New Frontier. I didn't play that one yet.
I played it. I won't spoil it too much for you. Mm-hmm. The reason it is on here is, obviously, we all know I'm a massive Walking Dead fan.
Oh, yeah.
Day 1, just saying. Mm-hmm. October 2010. 9 o'clock.
I
But
can't remember what you were wearing that day.
I was still wearing my school uniform.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, at 9 o'clock
Okay,
at night.
so-
I couldn't be asked changing.
Carry on. Season 3.
Season 3. Only because I would have rated this a lot higher if it had that cling of emotions that the other two did.
Yeah.
This didn't feel like it give enough for me to want to be attached to this game. Like, this game could literally could have come and gone and I wouldn't have missed it. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy I played it. I'm happy I played as a different character. Little Clemmy's still in there. She's not so little
She's not so little anymore, though.
She ain't no fucking little Clemmy no more, you know what I'm saying? You come my way.
Yeah.
But that for me, it just, like I said, it didn't have the same feel as the first season, obviously, with that sad ending with Lee. The second ending with, obviously, the options with Kenny. Mm-hmm. For me, it didn't latch on emotionally for me. But it's an amazing game, and I'd tell anyone to go and buy it.
Okay.
I'd tell anyone to go and give it a go.
Okay.
So that's my top 5.
All right, then on to the next section. So the mid 5. My
Yep.
mid number 5. Mid number 5 for me, it's more of a series as opposed to a single game because I've played a lot of them, and
You've got a thing for this series, you haven't you?
Of course I do. The Lego games. I like Lego games because they're just like they're a nice comfort blanket of something to play. If I literally have nothing to play, I'd play a Lego game because it's a time killer.
Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that.
It's not low enough to be within the bottom 5 because I hate them because I don't.
No, I see.
It's not up the top end of this mid section
where you
list.
love them.
Yeah, where it's like even a contender for top 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I haven't played a Lego game that's genuinely made me go, oh, that's absolutely brilliant. I fucking loved it because they're all essentially the same with a different coat of paint.
No, I get what you're saying.
So that's why just Lego games in general are my mid number 5.
That's intriguing.
Okay.
My mid number 5 would be Doom VFR.
Okay.
Yeah, see,
Doom VFR.
I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, as you said, a time killer.
Yes, it is.
It was fun to play, but it's definitely not something I'm rushing home to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can't be asked playing anything else. I want to play me virtual reality.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's just put Doom on type of games. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was different. I enjoyed playing it. It's not something I'm rushing home to play.
I'd honestly argue that being not the biggest Doom fan that I am, I played the newest Doom and enjoyed it. Like that's just kind of how Doom is for me as a series. It's not one of those that you take seriously.
I mean, no, you don't. You definitely don't take Doom seriously as a series, but
Yeah.
this was definitely like Doom dipping its toes into the virtual reality.
Bethesda was sort of milking the VR because that same year we had Skyrim VR and Fallout VR.
Yeah.
So they were basically releasing the latest entries on virtual reality. Okay.
Just Bethesda dipping the toes. What can you say?
Yeah, why not?
I'm never going to say a bad thing about Bethesda.
Of course you're not. Fucking Okay, well my bottom 5, my bottom number 5 is
Say it again.
bottom number 5. Mambo number 5.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway, so my 5th entry on the lowest end of the scale is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Ooh.
Now, as I say, it's number 5 because I don't vehemently hate it, but it's not something I'm looking forward to going back to at some point. I'm going to play it because I bought it, obviously, but it's not one that I've sort of Well, I've only even finished it, so I can't even say that I don't like it. It's
Yeah.
just what I played so far. I'm not invested enough.
No, I totally get
That
it.
makes sense.
No, I see where
so
you're going
that's why it's on the lower end of this dislike list, because I haven't given it enough of a chance yet. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I see what
So
you're
that's
saying.
why it's number 5 for me. What about your number 5?
I think we're going to lose a lot of fans when I say this.
Oh God, here we go.
Assassin's Creed Origins. I can't even get the name out.
Origins.
Yeah, Origins.
So you mean the Assassin's Creed game that shouldn't be Assassin's Creed?
An Assassin's Creed game that just should not be an Assassin's Creed game. It is a good game. It's just not Assassin's Creed.
It's just not Assassin's Creed.
It's just not Assassin's Creed. No, for me, like I said, it's...
We make the joke, but it's a joke, but it's also true.
It's a joke, but it's also true. It's one of them games that I just... Okay, I grinded through and I bit my lip and fought through every glitch in Unity.
Oh, fucking Unity. Oh my God. Carry on.
Unity was more of an Assassin's Creed game than Odyssey.
Origins.
Whatever.
They both begin with O.
I actually vehemently hated it as an Assassin's Creed game.
You didn't even finish it, did you?
No.
No.
I didn't even finish it. I had to watch the ending.
I showed you that, didn't I?
Yeah.
How fucking dumb it was.
And it was so fucking stupid.
How they got the logo. Oh my God.
I've from the bottom of my soul, I hate that game being called Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It is an amazing game. It just shouldn't be called Assassin's Creed.
It's become a joke, but at the same time, it's so true.
It's so true. Like, it's just, okay, I played it. I played a lot of it.
Yeah.
I done the side missions. I leveled fucking, what's his name up?
Bayek.
Bayek. I leveled him up. I actually genuinely don't care about him.
Anything
I didn't care about anything he done. I didn't care who lived, who died.
Yep.
I didn't understand who lived and who died. The story for me made no sense. Trying to figure out the fucking missions, the mission plot made no sense.
Yep.
For me, I just hated the game to the core. I could not dislike that game anymore.
Yeah.
It was. If you give me the option between Unity and fucking Origins, I am going to pick Unity every day.
I won't blame you, mate.
It's... You just need to learn, right? Black Flag was where... That was the one.
That is the peak.
That was it. That was it. Go back to Black Flag.
Well, they're trying with Odyssey, didn't they? They have a ship section in Odyssey. Okay, the ship section, that's all I said, Liam. It's not pirates, though. Because pirates are cool.
Pirates are cool.
Pirates are cool.
Diddly-dee.
Being a pirate is alright to be.
Do what you want because a pirate is treat. You are a pirate.
Okay. So my top number 4.
Yep.
And this is no pun intended. Is Persona 4 dancing. Because I keep saying it, man. When you with these series, they do. It sounds really cheesy and really sad. I don't care, but they do hold a special place in my heart because of where these games came into my life at the time they came into it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it's utterly ridiculous that they fight by dancing, and the story is a bit, the story for the most part is sort of like one note.
It sounds like such a Broadway fucking musical.
Yeah,
we fight.
It sounds like video. It
dance.
sounds like video games, the Broadway musical. That's what it is.
Cat's the video game.
I can't hate it because it's Persona, and anything more Persona I love. So
That's fair enough.
and I say I do like my rhythm games. We go back to Guitar Hero and stuff. I love those. And I like the Hatsune Miku games as well. So
yeah,
and it kind of combines what I like. So that's why it's on number 4 on my list.
that's fine. Speaking of Guitar Hero and rhythm games, my top number 4 is Guitar Hero Live.
Okay.
I love the games.
Yeah.
I love the games as a series. I love how they've innovated the controllers. It's no longer the 5 coloured code buttons.
Yeah.
I like that, the whole new 3 up, 3 down section. It feels a lot more like I'm actually playing a guitar, playing it that way.
Yeah.
Me and you've played a lot of that. And as someone who actually plays guitar, it felt better.
Yeah.
Like, the games themselves got me into wanting to play guitar. So, of course, it's probably it's always gonna have, like Persona for you, Guitar Hero's always gonna have a special place for me.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So number 4 on my list of the mid games, it's Mad Max.
really?
Yeah, because again, this is another one that I can't say that. No, wait, sorry, not Mad Max. I've got this completely wrong around. It's Dragon Ball Xenoverse. No, wait, it is Mad Max. I'm sorry, it is Mad Max. I'm sorry.
Fucking amateurs!
I made the rules and I've broken them already. Oh God, no. Sorry.
They tell me you don't work with kids or amateurs.
It's Mad Max because this isn't, again, it's not in the lower category where I hated it because I didn't hate it. It's not in the top category where I vehemently enjoyed it because I didn't.
Yeah.
I just played it because it was a good game.
It's a grind.
It's a grind.
It is a grind.
It's definitely a grind. And even towards the end of the game, I was completely ignoring the side missions and all the quests and the taking over various
completely
spots.
get it.
I was like, I can see the end of the game in sight now. I'm just gonna fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Not to say it's not a good game, but it's just not.
No.
It was just a game.
No, totally get it.
And although it does intrigue me from the developers of Avalanche to see what they can do with a different sort of game, like with Rage 2, because that's made by Avalanche.
And you know what? I'm a fan of the Rage games, so
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm actually really looking forward to that one.
Hopefully, it won't be as much of a grind as Mad Max was.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. I liked a little bit of a grind.
Well,
I'm a bit of a.
This is where we differ, mate.
I'm a bit of a grind whore.
Of course you are. Well, this is where we differ, and this is why.
This is why it's good to
get along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 4. Again, this might shock you.
Okay.
My number 4 for the mid-range, Call of Duty World War 2.
Really, that does actually quite surprise me.
Really?
Yeah. I would have seen that as being on top.
No, see, again, I love the game. It stuck to the history. When I say I love the game mechanics. I loved how the game played. But again, it's just like another Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the game to play the story.
Yeah.
I played the story and I went online. And, different map.
Yeah.
Different weapons. Same concept. But why fix something that's not broken?
Yeah, I suppose.
That's the way I look at Call of Duty. Why fix something if it's not broken?
Yeah, that makes sense, mate. That makes sense.
So that's me. That's my number 4.
Now for the low end of the spectrum. My number 4 in my 5 lowest games this year.
Yeah.
Was, again, no pun intended, Ratchet and Clank All for One. Remember that whole period? Remember that whole phase where I was only playing PS3 games and I visited some games I never actually finished?
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank All for One. It should not have been made. It honestly should not have been made.
Really?
It sounds really harsh because I love Insomniac. I love Ratchet and Clank. But that is the worst Ratchet and Clank game I've ever played. And I've played every single one of them. Because
that's a hard-hitting statement then.
it really is. And it's a fucking party game that it's glitched up the arse. It is. That's the worst part. It's a fucking party game that's glitched up the arse. The story does not matter at all. And frankly, it makes no sense. Let's be honest. It makes absolutely no sense.
I mean, it is what it is. It's like you said, it's a glitched up party game.
Yeah, so it's one of those that I can't actually sit here and say I enjoyed playing it. I can sit here and say that I've actually played it now to say I have played every single Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah.
But if I was to rank them all, this is definitively last.
This is definitely the last game that you're going to play.
The worst Ratchet and Clank game I've ever played.
I mean, that's a fair statement then. I mean, definitely coming from someone who's played all of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My number 4 in the bottom 5, Even Within 2.
Oh, really? You play Evil? Oh, yeah, I remember you saying actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you bringing it up when I mentioned the first one.
It tries so hard to be Resident Evil.
Does it?
Yeah.
Ah.
It tries so hard to be Resident Evil.
Well, to be fair, the guy who actually, I think he either wrote or directed the first game was the guy who made Resi 4. He just clearly can't let go.
No, clearly not.
No.
It genuinely had that exact same feel as Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
That stuck in somewhere where you can't get out. Everyone's trying to kill you. You can't trust anyone sort of feel.
Yeah.
It was just... It was right. The first game was okay. It wasn't amazing. It's not something to rave on about. But the second game just clung on to the first one's fucking hype.
Yeah.
And it just let me it let me down badly.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting a lot more considering it was going on to a new generation console.
Yeah.
And
because Evil Within was actually a cross gen, wasn't it?
It was a
on
cross gen.
PS3 and PS4. I remember.
yeah,
But Evil Within 2 was fully.
it was a full PS4
Yeah.
game.
Fair enough.
And unfortunately, it just let the side down.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. There's not more you can say about it. Would I suggest playing it? Only if you finished the first one.
Yeah.
Only if you finished the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I wouldn't suggest getting this game at all.
That's fair.
Unless again, you've played the first one.
Yeah. So back to happy, cheery top number 5.
Woo!
My number 3rd entry on this list was one that I never saw coming, and that's Twisted Metal.
Really?
It is, because I look back over the stuff we played this year, and I completely, it sounds bad, I completely forgot that I played it, but when I saw it was on the list, I was like, it just made me smile, because like, oh yeah, that was actually really fun.
Shooting gurneys at people.
It's not even my type of game, it's not even the type of game I'd normally go for, but when I actually sat there and played it, it was just fun.
I mean, I never played the newer versions
Yeah.
of them. I only remember playing it on the PS2 and 1.
Like Twisted Metal Black and all that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I loved that. They were amazing. Like, so whenever you brought it up, it keeps in my. I keep going in my head. I need to play Twisted Metal. I haven't played that game in years.
The thing, you can actually get Twisted Metal Black, the PS2 game, on the PS4 as like a classic game to play.
Can you? Yeah.
And then obviously that PS Classic that came out this month with all them 20 preloaded games. The original Twisted Metal's on there.
Well, there you go. Then.
But no, I mean, yeah, the doll face boss fight was a fucking ridiculous controller snapping bastard of a fight. But all in all,
No!
yeah, that
Don't
exact
fucking jump at me! I'll stab your fucking
entire
parents.
But I can't sit here and just say I didn't have fun with the game, because I did.
It is. It's one of them stupidly fun games.
And the only reason it's above Persona is because it is something that I played and didn't expect to enjoy.
Yeah.
Whereas Persona,
It was a shocker.
I knew going into it I was going to enjoy it.
Yeah,
regardless.
that's a fair comment.
So, what about you? What's your top number 3?
My top number 3 is Spider-Man.
Ah, should have seen this one coming.
Yeah, everyone's seen this one coming. Come on, you're playing as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But not only are you playing as Spider-Man, you're playing as a good version of Spider-Man. This is no glitchy shit. This isn't throw it out because the movies are out. And this wasn't
Yeah. You're just so in love with it you can't even speak right now.
Exactly. It's got everything we wanted. It's got the perfect combat. It's got perfect swinging mechanics. Yeah. It's everything that we've wanted in a Spider-Man game. And we've got it.
And the story.
And that fucking ending. A fucking ending made me cry. I hate the game but love it for making me cry. I don't cry.
It's like that 2 Days Grace song. It's like, I hate everything about you, but why do I love you?
It is. Just, I hate everything about you.
Why do I
love you? Copyright.
God damn it. Another strike right there. Bollocks. Oh.
This end of year video is just not going to see light today.
the episode that never came. Okay, so my mid-range number 3, and bear in mind, this is the game that is literally in the middle of it all. It is not fantastic, it is not awful, it's just good. Dying Light.
I really like Dying Light.
I do vehemently enjoy it, I must
Can we
admit.
just stop and make that noise again? No, I can't even do that noise again.
Dying Light is one of those games I do vehemently enjoy. It is a case of, if I just want to sit down and play a game that I can know that I'm going to like, Dying Light goes on. It's fun.
Dying Light on.
The free running is great.
Could be better.
Yeah, it could be better. It could always be better. But that's what the sequel is going to do. Hopefully, touch wood. But yeah, it is. It's just a game that you pick up and you play and you enjoy.
There you go.
Simple as. That's why it's in the middle. I don't hate it at all. Nothing about that game I dislike. So, what about you?
My number 3 is Metro.
Metro. Okay.
Metro. I think I am shit at remembering titles. Okay, I remember the first name of them. I think this is Metro 2033.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but it's one of them. It's a first person shooter, but it's got the survival element to it, and it's just got its own little fun quirks. Like homemade weapons and stuff like that, like a machine gun that you've made from pipes. You know what I mean? Just like stupid stuff like that, and you know it's set in Soviet Russia, and everybody talks like this, and everybody, no matter how excited they get, they never change their monotone.
No, of course not.
It's like I'm fucking made up right now.
You can't lose in the Russian there a little bit, mate. Breaking more into like Indian.
Or no.
Oh no. Okay. So my low number 3.
Yeah.
It's a VR game actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I love my VR.
Yes, you do.
But Along Together, the platformer game that I played, where you're chasing after a dog and stuff, and you play as some kid.
It sounds the worst it's meant to.
Yeah, it's so meh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just it's shit.
It's not worth the money.
Yeah, I get it.
This game to me, if it had been a case of I'd gotten this game as a say one of the PS Plus free games for the month, because you know obviously we have the 2 big main PS4 games. We've got like the smattering of other little like shit for other stuff. That's where this would be.
I'm changing this little list super quick.
Okay,
I just
that's fine,
completely
that's fine.
forgotten about something.
That's where I feel like if I'd have gotten it through that, then I'd probably either I've enjoyed it more or just it wouldn't be on this list altogether. But I know because I paid for it, I actually bought this game, and I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would, which is even more of a shame because it came from the same guys who made that the Lift game, the
one that you couldn't figure the puzzle out of.
it was the same guys as they made that. I thought, oh, okay, then it should be good then, but it wasn't. So
fair enough.
that's why it's number 3 on my worst list this year.
I'm sorry, I had to change that super quick because a game popped into my mind that I'd completely forgotten about.
Okay.
And it was only when you said it's a VR game that it popped straight back into my mind.
Right. Okay.
So we'll find out soon enough.
Okay. Where's that? Give us a hint. Where's that been changed? Low bottom or low middle or top?
Top.
Oh, it's been here. Okay. Fair enough. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, we know what my top was. We all know what my top was.
Go on then. What's your low number 3?
My low number 3 is Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls.
Mate,
The Ellen Page Variety Hour.
it winning a bad story.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And that's it.
it went a bad... That is genuinely it. It wasn't a bad story.
The rest is just...
The rest is just so shockingly shit.
Yeah.
It was one of them cinematic...
Cinematic games, yeah.
Yeah.
Cinematic storytelling games. Basically, the successor to Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Well, the story in Heavy Rain was intriguing.
Yeah, whereas Heavy Rain was amazing. This wasn't.
To be fair, Detroit Become Human is supposed to be really good.
I haven't played it yet.
No, but it's the same people who made that, obviously. It's just, obviously, the next step up.
I mean, I'm intrigued and I'm definitely going to have a little go of it.
Yeah, that's one of those games I'm intrigued to play, but not at full price.
Yeah, no.
It came on sale, I was like, go on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I reckon this is that game's going to go massive when it drops its price, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I think it's Heavy Rain done the same thing. Because Heavy Rain was new and it was kind of like new sort of game and element. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like cinematic had been done before, but this was you had the move controller as well.
Yeah.
So it was new. It was good. No one really wanted it when it was brand new. It was when the price dropped and people could get it on sale. That's when people went nuts for it.
Yeah.
So I think this Detroit's going to do the exact same, where this Beyond Two Souls didn't.
Yeah. No.
It was shit.
Right, we're getting to the end of this now. So my top number 2. No shocker here is Spider-Man.
Yeah, not a shocker there.
No, I mean the only reason it's not number 1 is because of the DLC situation, which was just so short and not really worth it in my opinion.
I think I know your number 1.
You probably do know my number 1, but let's just keep it hush hush.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I think I know it. Like I've been trying to break it down and figure it out, and now you've told me that. I think I know your number 1.
Yeah. So I mean, what can I say you didn't about Spider-Man? It's just
It's amazing.
Brilliant. And I like even more so, as you say, it's that the fact that it's not tied into anything else. I like how, and I told you this, I just happened to pick up a Spider-Man comic on sale, that as I was reading through, it came up with most of the big story beats from the game. I was like, I think I've just accidentally stumbled upon the inspiration for Spider-Man PS4. And it's that whole inspired by, it's not a direct, this is happening in the game. It's just like, It's taking these story elements from established Spider-Man continuity in the comics and doing something its own way with it. And as I said before, when talking about Ratchet and Clank and Insomniac, I love Insomniac. Yeah. So if I had to, I couldn't think of any other developer who could have done this game justice other than Insomniac.
Yeah, no, I can see what you mean.
So that's why it's my number 2 of my top 5.
That's fine. Right, I switched out my number 2.
Okay.
My number 2 originally was going to be God of War 4.
Okay.
I had to change it.
Okay. What is it now?
It's Fallout 4.
Oh. No surprise there, not gonna lie.
No one's surprised by that fact. I think people were expecting that to be number 1, which originally it was.
I was going to say, I'm kind of waiting for that.
It was originally number 1, but quick change.
Yeah.
Live. Live pre-recorded.
Well, Fallout 4 is one of those games you absolutely
I've adored.
go back to.
Yeah, I have adored the Fallout franchise since. Okay, I started off on number 3. I started off on number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I loved number 3. I wanted to know what number 2 and number 1 and all that was like.
Yeah.
And I realised it was by a different company altogether.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different style of playing. So I started off on number 3 like most people would have.
Yeah.
But I definitely travelled back and checked the other games out.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say that I've played them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to be that guy. Just to be that guy to say, what? Fallout 3? Pff, I finished number 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Right.
To be that dick.
Okay.
But it's a franchise that you can always go back to. It just seems like it never ends.
Mm-hmm.
There's constant customization. You can constantly level your character up, and you can every time you play a new game, you can change the character. So it's never the same game.
Mm-hmm.
As stupid as that sounds, same story,
yeah,
same side quests, same missions, but the game is never the same. You find new places, you change your character instead of focusing on making him or her, a gun nut.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my characters is a gun nut. They absolutely love rifles.
Yeah,
that's the way I designed that character, was to be a rifle nut. One's a pistol whipper. I've got another one who's a melee. I've got one who's just an absolute bullet sponge.
Mm-hmm.
So your character's always changing, and I think that's why this game's always gonna have a little place in my heart, because plus it's Bethesda. So.
Like a fanboy.
Fanboying over Bethesda.
My mid number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you probably didn't guess before when I got it all fucked up and confused, is Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It for me, it sort of sits in a similar category to when I put Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in there. I know it's a fighting game, but this is a franchise that I know I love.
Mm-hmm.
So while I will go back to it, and it probably will be a bit of a grind for me to actually finish it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna enjoy it because I know it's the characters and the settings and the people that I've sort of grown up alongside.
Yeah,
and I enjoy. So although the combat is a bit, hit or miss,
I guess they never
I
miss.
knew in my head I saw you doing that. That's why it's only in my second mid spot, which is essentially, like you said, it's in a top 10. If this was top 10, this would be like number 7.
No, definitely.
So yeah, Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
No. My mid number 2 is Sleeping Dogs.
Oh, okay.
It's one of them games that I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I adamantly done all the DLCs.
Yep.
I finished the side missions. I finished the main story quests.
Yep.
And it was just one of them games I really, really, really enjoyed.
Okay.
But it was always one of those games that was not, I'm gonna go play it.
Yeah.
It was one of them games was, you know what, I'm bored. Let's
chuck Sleeping Dogs on.
Throw Sleeping Dogs on. But then it was one of them games. This is why it's so high in my mid range. It wasn't a game that I wanted to go and play.
Mm-hmm.
But once I started playing it, I really adamantly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not one of them games that
It's not fantastic. It's not terrible.
No.
It's just good.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss.
Lowest 5. I'm not carrying on that side. In the low 5, my number 2 in my low 5 should come as no shock. because when I talk about this back in the dark period, this was the game I railed on most. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands.
Oh God!
God! Oh,
I
God.
knew that game was
Oh,
good.
God.
I thought we'd have forgotten about that.
No,
Ba-bum.
that's what I mean. Hey. That's what I mean. When I saw it on the list, I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely going on there.
That's so going on there. I seen it on the list and thought, you know what? I'm not even going to attempt to put that on mine because I know he's going to rant on about it.
Because I know. Remember when we first talked about it? I said that line that I hated.
Yeah.
Like it's an insult
Yeah.
of a game. I still think of it as an insult of a game. I can't look back at that and go, oh, it's a bit hard. No. I fucking hate that game.
So can you just look into the camera and say
I
that?
fucking hate the Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. That is a fucking. It looks like a movie tie-in. That's not even a movie tie-in. That's supposed to be a sequel to Sands of Time. That makes no fucking sense. So balls to that game. There's only one game that I played this year in terms of this podcast that I hate more, and you'll find out what that is soon. So then, what's your number 2 and your low 5?
I want to get your genuine shocked look on this camera.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the camera when I say that. When you tell me this, go on.
Fallout 4 76. Fallout 4 76, sorry.
What?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I hate Fallout, the new Fallout.
So Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said Fallout 4, I know, I fucked up.
I was thinking, wait, what? 476? That's a new one.
I adamantly hate the new Fallout. It makes no fucking sense!
You know why that doesn't actually shock me?
Why?
Because I've seen that same reaction from die-hard Fallout fans all across the internet.
Mate. Just mate. It's...
I mean, the studio you love so much, Liam, can you say a bad word against them?
No. I can't.
But Fallout 76, though.
It's a good game, it just shouldn't have been called Fallout.
Fuck. Mic drop. Don't. God damn it.
Moving on.
Is that you just leave it at that, yeah?
Just leave it there.
Leave it at that, okay.
I am not slating Bethesda.
My number 1 game of 2018.
What the fuck were you people playing at? You fucked up. You had such a good role. You had such a good games, and you went and fucked up with this game. Let's go and try online. No, you aren't an online fucking gaming service. Fuck off and get back to making good games. Moving on.
I'm so glad that was on camera. we have visual recorded evidence of Liam slating Bethesda. Holy shit. My number 1 game of 2018, which you could also say in another context is my game of the year,
Go on.
is God of War.
Yeah, I knew it would be.
It has to be because it was just brilliant.
No, it's an
The
amazing
combat
game.
the combat was great. It wasn't too easy, and that I felt like I could kick anyone's ass, and it wasn't too hard. Where I was like,
Everyone's
Dark Souls.
kicking my ass.
Exactly. I genuinely loved the story, and like,
Mate, you couldn't. That story was amazing.
it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I never met the Freya woman, but I felt for them. I was like, I'm so sorry you've lost your wife. and I know we don't have the 1 year rule, but there's just one moment in the game that I have to talk about, which just...
I know what, fuck, it's the end of the year. Right.
Spoiler
Massive
warning.
spoilers.
If you've still not played God of War, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
And 2, if you don't want to know any more about this game,
Just skip a bit to like 5 minutes ahead.
skip a good 5 minutes ahead.
The moment in God of War when you journey back to the home
Yeah.
and he goes into the fucking underside of the house and he pulls out the Blades of Chaos.
Yes!
I was just like,
Yes!
that is Kratos! Let's go kick some ass!
As soon as you seen them Blades of Chaos, I was just like, Daddy's home.
I'm done. it's 10 out of 10. I'm done.
Yeah, that was it. It was just like, oh yeah, shit's getting real.
I mean, it really honestly upset me when I lost my save file for that game, but it also kind of turned that around. It means I get to play it again. I have an excuse to play it again because I've got a save file for it.
Oh, bro.
So go on. What is your top game of the year? In fact, what is your game of the year, Liam? Go on.
My game of the year is a virtual reality game.
Oh God, okay.
And it's the first virtual reality game I ever played.
Oh, here we go.
Sir, my game of the year is... Want to give me a drum roll? Resident Evil 7.
Oh!
Mate, that game was unreal. Especially playing it in VR.
Yeah.
Playing it on telly was scary enough. Playing it in VR where that shit was in your face. That was petrifying.
Yep.
I hated that. Especially the hand scene. It's been out for more than a year, right?
It came out last January, I think.
Yeah, well, there we go then. Fuck it, it's close enough. The whole scene of your girlfriend chopping your hand off with a chainsaw. Mate, just because it was virtual reality and it was right there.
You felt like a little twinge.
Just a little twinge.
Twinge in your hand, just like, oh God.
And because it was the first ever time I'd played virtual reality,
Yeah.
it fucked with my mind so much. I had to sit down and take the headset off and just remember this is real.
This is what's real, Liam.
This is
right
what's
in front
real.
of me. Slap yourself in the face.
Like
This
that.
is what's real.
Okay, it's still there.
My hand is still here. I can feel it.
I can still jack off later. But that game was unreal. I can't say a bad thing about that game. Mm-hmm. I mean, apart from the whole wasp crotch.
Oh yeah,
that's the only
Marguerite boss fight.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing I can say about that whole thing.
But then I was going to say, that's not even a bad thing, is it? It's more of a comment on how grotesque that design is.
Yeah. Like, it's not even a bad thing. It's like a nod to how creative they got.
Yeah.
Like, that is just grotesque. The story is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The monsters, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The family is amazing.
Oh.
And that moment when you find out that it's not the family's fault.
I know.
I hated them.
I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, I was like, oh God, I'm sorry.
I actually felt, I mean, apart from the fucking brother, he was a sick, twisted fucker.
Oh yeah, no, he's a sick fuck regardless.
You know, I really wasn't. And all he was basically just a knockoff of fucking Jigsaw, let's be honest.
Yeah, he was. I mean, when you've played a bit of the DLC as well, haven't you?
With him doing all like the card, the hand in the vice thing.
Yeah, just all that DLC.
Yeah,
because there is the one where you sort of see the bakers before
beforehand,
and they're just such nice people.
They're so nice.
And that's why, like, when you finish the game and you find out that it was Evelyn's fault all along, and you're just like, oh shit.
And
but
how nice is Jack when you go to that like little flashback bit?
Yeah.
How nice is he?
But then, what even the thing that even like I might have my own, might be the only one who thinks this, but I also kind of felt bad for Evelyn as well at the end, because she was made, so she didn't know what.
She didn't know what a
family and
was.
life is.
Yeah.
Her perception of reality is twisted, and she has the power to twist actual reality.
No, that's what I mean. So I felt I ended up going from hating them, to feeling sorry for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that twist, mate.
Yeah.
That twist.
Wait, which one?
About
there's a few of them in there.
Evelyn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mate.
Yeah.
That twist.
To be fair, there are like hints peppered around the place. If you read all the text, the dialogue boxes and stuff, like the shit, you read all them, you start to piece it together.
It sort of all leads towards that answer, but
I didn't actually see that until I'd gone through to do the collection achievement. So,
and the DLC's not massively disappointing.
No, I think the end of Zoe's hilarious, where you just punch everything. That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, you just play as what's called Jack's brother, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's Joe.
Yeah,
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, and you just punch everything.
Including crocodiles.
I know, right?
Oh,
like, just poof, go away.
Shut the fuck up, Gator.
Right, last thing before we go, though. My favourite DLC, I know yours was Uncle Joe.
Yeah, End of Zoe.
Yeah, mine was...
Not a Hero.
Not a Hero, with Chris Redfield.
I remember watching you play that. You fucking fumed.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Because that at that point, the Chris Redfield campaign, or the DLC, it sort of treated you like it knew you'd finished the game.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, well, we're not going to hold your hand here. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Go do it.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what you're doing, go for it.
Yeah, and that's why it bent you over the ass.
A little bit.
A few times.
A little bit. I mean, I'm just so happy that you got that big knife, though. Chris Redfield's signature big knife.
I know, he wasn't doing a lot of punching this one.
No.
He wasn't punching a few things, but...
He wasn't punching boulders.
No, he was not.
No. What the fuck were you guys thinking in that one? So yeah, go on, sir.
Right, so now, after all the hype has died down a little bit, we're going to go to the mid 5. My mid number 1, and this might be a bit strange, it's Spyro.
Really?
Yeah, because Spyro is it is one of those games that defined our sort of, at least my gaming childhood growing up. Yeah. And the Reignited trilogy is brilliant, you know, minus the 1 or 2 glitches, which you know, I'll forgive here and there. But it's similar to Crash. It's just a case of
nostalgia.
It's the nostalgia that drives it. I mean, I can't sit here and say it's better than the games I put in my top 5.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because they're all new and innovative and interesting. And Spyro, yes, at the time was brilliant. Even now, it still holds up. I'd argue as a good platformer.
Yeah.
And collectathon. But it is still just nostalgia.
It is a nostalgia.
It's still great, but
it's an amazing game, and it's always going to have that spot in your heart, but it is a nostalgia.
Yeah.
Once the hype dies off, it's going to be like just like the Crash games.
Yeah, you won't go back to them.
No. You'll finish them, you'll love them. You might rave on about them to your friends until it stops being cool. as stupid as that sounds.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be it. Mm-hmm. But I can understand. I can understand why you didn't adamantly love the game and it wasn't at your number 1. But I can also say, yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. My number 1 mid, Mad Max.
Okay.
Mad Max.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because you've constantly gone on record as saying how you enjoyed it more than I did.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the game. Mm-hmm. I think it was more because I'm a big motorhead.
Yeah,
I love just engines, so it sort of had that element a bit more for me. Mm-hmm. It had that mechanical side to it for me more than anything else. Not just obviously you didn't get to play with the engines and all stuff yourself, but the fact that you get to choose like what type of engine, what type of air filter, you know, shit like that.
Yeah,
that sort of was what made me enjoy the game a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And I'm a grindhole, like I said. I loved the grind.
Yeah.
So that's why keep it short and sweet. Mm-hmm. I loved it because it was a grind, and I loved it because it was mechanical, and I loved it because I'm a massive fan of the film franchise as well.
Yeah. Right then, here we go. Ending on a bit of a sour note, really, but I suppose we can make it fun by ripping the fuck out of these games.
Oh, yeah, so
depending on what your entry is and depending on what my entry is.
Let's have a look.
My number 1 disliked worst fucking game I played this year. It was The Evil Within.
Number 1?
Well, yeah, of number 5. I was the lowest. I hated it.
Ah, fair enough.
That is the lowest of the low of my games this year.
Fair enough.
Because it's worse than Ratchet and Clank. It's worse than Prince of Persia. It's so bad I didn't finish it. because like I said to you when I even talked about how I just gave up on it, because like I sat there and go, I want to play the second one. I should just watch a recap online, and I should just watch it.
I should just watch the recap online.
Put the game down, delete the save file, uninstall the game. I know you liked the first game.
I liked the first one. I didn't like the second one.
I can't see how you liked it. I mean, it's entirely your own opinion to like that game.
That's fine.
Absolutely vehemently agree with you. I hated every second of it. I only played it because, as I said, I wanted to play the second one. And it was only when me and my idiot self realised I could just fucking look up how the first game ended online and go from there.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game for the simple fact of it was different. It was different, but the same.
It was Resi 4.
It was Resi 4. But
it was Resi 4, but without the characters that we know and care about.
Yeah.
It was trying to tell us a new story with the same sort of... It's like when you give your coat to someone else.
Yeah.
It's your coat. You know that's your coat. You know it does well, but that's not you wearing it.
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly it.
So
I think that's why I enjoyed it, though.
It sucks! Evil Within sucks! Fuck the Evil Within! It's a stupid game.
I'm gonna put my evil within you.
Bitch, please. My evil's bigger than yours.
Dude, I weren't talking about dicks, you dick.
Neither was I. Anyway.
Moving on.
So go on, Liam. What is your most hated game that you played this year? This I want to know.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
Wow. Really?
I fucking hated that game.
Because you and I had about the same amount of time playing it, right?
I hate the game.
Really?
Really. I
Wow.
couldn't even enjoy sitting there and watching it.
God, man, that actually does shock me a little bit.
It made no sense. I don't expect every game to make sense.
No.
Persona dancing. Enough said. No, never.
Never. Okay.
But I would rather sit there and watch you play the Persona games than me sit there and watch you play Capcom versus Marvel.
Yeah.
Because it was a shit show. The characters were shit. I feel like that meme right now. Mm-hmm. His clothes were whack. The story was whack. Playability was whack.
Yeah.
It was just an all-round fucking shit game. It was trying so hard to be not a Tekken, a Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. But even Street Fighter is Capcom, and even they looked at it was an insult. It was a fucking insult.
They took the character roster and put it in this like pile of shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't even get to see a fucking Hadouken.
Nope.
Street Fighter. Not a single Hadouken.
Nope.
You want to tell me what's wrong with that?
Many things, Liam. A great many things.
I ever get my hands on this game, I'm going to do this. Hadouken! Just to give it the only Hadouken in the game.
Well, that is it. That's it. We're done.
That's it.
We're done for the year. Should we come back for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking with us through the, I'd say, second half 2018. Been a good one. It's been an interesting one. Lots happened. Well, we made this podcast for one thing. We did. And we're going to carry on next year. We're going to take a good long break now. We're going to take at least 2-3 weeks off.
Yeah.
We're going to come back.
I'm not going to be in this country for the first 2 weeks.
The first 2 weeks 2019, you're not going to be in England.
I'm not going to be in England.
No, you're not. But Next Level Games podcast will be back first time 2019 on the 16th of January. Wednesday, the 16th of January, we're back to carry on doing this. What we do.
So we can carry on.
My wayward son!
There'll be peace when you are done.
That's it. Copyright strike. Third one. We're done.
We're fucked. The episode that never happens.
Thank you all so much for listening. 2018 has been amazing. And so we're back in 2019. Please, give us all a like, subscribe. We appreciate every last little thing you can do. We appreciate all of it.
We do.
Anything you want to say on your way out, Liam?
Stay beautiful. Stay weird. Stay you.
Stay you. Stay you who lost the game!
Oh, you fucking slut!
Yes! It's like that fucking Street Fighter. What's the fucking Colonel guy's name? He was like, yes! That's the meme!
I know what you're
yes,
on about.
Him!
Fuck!
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
Deuces.
See you next year.
See you next year.